And before we jump in, I just want to say a quick word. We're calling them proposals. You might think of them as RFQs. We're using this language on purpose because these shop profiles is a place for you to do your business. This is not the Xometry job board. And it's an important distinction because in the shop profiles, you can advertise services that you offer your customers that aren't compatible with job board work, like design and engineering services. So we went with the term proposal to be able to encompass not only RFQs for parts and finishing, but also requests for more consulting work, design, engineering, things that aren't really job boardable. So think of the proposals that way. So this is what your customer sees when they land in the marketplace. A nice little splash page with some manufacturing graphics. And we have some pre-filtered searches. So just to make it a little easier, some basic information for your buyers, and then more pre-filtered finishing searches. But the meat and potatoes here is the search bar. So we're going to search for something general to get a lot of results. And now this looks like any old shopping experience we all have online everywhere. There's a search result to the right. There's filters to the left. We can narrow the search results to more of what we're looking for. And as we do that, the list gets smaller. But CNC is a pretty broad term on purpose. So you can see a little 261 next to that filter, CNC machining. That's how many people show up. So I'm going to get to Jesse's profile by just typing in better. That gets me to better CNC. Now I can take a look at his profile, learn about the quality of his work, see some images. I see his capabilities and the associated materials. I see he's got ISO 9000. He does work with finishing, but he makes the statement that he works with finishers. He is not a finisher, and that's important to make that distinction. But we're going to request a quote. And this is a pretty easy interface. It's very self-explanatory. Just fill in the blanks. Give them some basic details to go on. But we have a really nice line item tool where you can choose if you're going to ask for an engineering service or an expedited fee, or use my shipping account, or if you want a part or finishing. And when you want a part, we've built in some drop-down menus that help make it easy, again, to click, point and click, point and click. That's what we're going for, making this easy and intuitive. Great. Now I could have added a bunch more, but the point is just to show you how it works. We also have a really cool shared file drop. I skipped the part where I look through my files and pick one. But when you upload a 3D file, we have a 3D viewer. So both parties can flip the object around, take a look at it, understand what we're talking about here. And both parties can upload files and both parties can see those files. When it looks good, I'm going to submit the proposal. Put a little note to Jesse, thanks for doing the demo, and off it goes. And I did want to mention that you get an email notification, but if you're already in your job board or in your profile, you can just look for proposals and it'll be dynamic there as well. But in this example, we're going to start by fishing it out of his email. There it is. And we go right to it. Now he sees exactly what I saw. When you get down to the line item, you want to edit the line item because you're going to add a price. The only additional box is the pricing box. It's dynamic. Jesse's going to check out what he's dealing with here, the old leggy planter. And we've got a communication tool embedded in this as well. That way you can consolidate your conversation about this job in this proposal. you are going to be working with the same customer on different jobs at the same time. This helps keep it clear and linear. We've got some options on the drop-down menu for how long it's valid. You can add some other comments in there if you want, any other terms you have. This is a deal between you and your customer. So we're not managing the business here. We're managing the interface. You do the business. So we're giving a lot of flexibility and options for how your style of work with your customer is.